Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. I have the night lights out again. That was a popular video. I can't believe how many of you wanted to watch that one. So, right after I did that video, Tony Lee ordered 2 of them. So I'm going to do her 2 first, but I'm then going to do some more of them because I had so much fun and I have 2 different kinds this time. So I got the same kind I'm going to give her because that's the one she liked on the video. Then I ordered some from Temu and they look like this. And I think there was 8 in the pack. 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm not going to do all 8, but I will say this will be a long video today because anytime I get my UV stuff out, I can't stop and I make it really long. So we're going to try these after we do these. So I have 4 of these to do, and I'm going to keep them pretty simple, but we're going to do hers first. And I pulled out the high viscosity, and she wants an ombre effect with turquoise and purple. And she also wants crushed crystal mixed into there. And then she wanted 2 peacock ones. So we're going to pick 2 peacocks. I think I'm going to do this one and this one because they're the biggest ones that I have. And they'll look pretty good on there. And then when they're done, she wants rhinestones around the edge like I did the last time. So I got some little cups out here. And the first thing I'm going to do is mix up some resin. I don't know how much, I can't remember, so I'm just gonna, she wants 2 of them the same, so maybe I should do them together. Enough for 2, I guess, in each color. I could do that. I guess I can go grab another mold. Well, I guess one will be, I don't know, I'm just trying to figure this out in my head. One will be curing while I'm doing the other one. I'm not going to cure them together. So I have my light over here to the side, and I stuck a little flower mold in there so I can set it on top because you have the plug sticking out. So that's what I'm going to do over there. So I'm just going to be curing it off camera, just a little easier than trying to squeeze everything underneath this little tiny area. So turquoise, I just picked the one that says turquoise because that's what they asked for. I hope this is the color they're thinking. But that's what we're going to do. And, oh, I forgot the crushed crystal. You need to put a little bit of that in each one and make it some shiny. I did keep the little Yorkie one that I did, but all the rest sold really quickly. So I think I'm going to make myself one more Yorkie one. I wish I had little dogs like my other dog, but I just don't have any like him. So I don't want him to feel left out. Thank goodness he doesn't know that I'm using them. And peanuts all over my house and not him. Oh, I don't want to do this yet. I want to get my purple mixed up. I'm getting ahead of myself. I don't want him to like keep flowing without supervision here. All right, let me grab some crushed crystal, same thing, just a tiny little bit. And if we need more, we can always put more. And it should be pretty transparent, plus when the light's on, it will be pretty transparent. I'll leave that close by. How's that? All right, so this might only be enough for the one. I can't ever gauge UV resin in a cup for some reason. So we'll do the bottom half, the teal. Maybe I'll switch them up on the other one and do the top half teal. So that is enough for one. Okay, I'm doing one at a time then, guys. And I'm just gonna push it to the edge. These are so easy, yet so effective, and I heard so many people say that they're really good sellers, and I forgot to tape it up. Let me wipe that. I gotta go get my tape out on the next one. Let me grab my scribe too. That is just not quite thin enough for me. I am gonna try to go all the way to the bottom there. I hope I am. I'm trying to look over a camera. And just, yeah, that was like the right amount for one light. And then I will pop bubbles with a long neck lighter and cure that. And then we'll do the top coat with the sticker. Let me grab the purple. And I'll probably blend them together at the centerpiece. Yeah, I think I will. She didn't say one way or the other, so hopefully she doesn't care that they're not going to be identical. So first I will get this to the edge and then I'll blend them in the center. Two colors that always go well together. Oops, let me grab that. We're just going to go down and up. That way they go a little bit of everywhere. And I'll grab my lighter, pop all these bubbles that are on here. Now you don't have to rush with UV. If you're new to UV resin, it's not going to cure until you tell it to cure under the light. What do you think about that? Is that good? Get a little bit more down here. See a bubble? I think that's pretty. Looking pretty good there. Let me just move it up here to make sure I can reach all those bubbles. I'm just going to set it in the light and then turn the light on over here, and then we'll mix up some more. I better wait because the light is like right here and I don't want to mix this up and cure, so I guess I will be waiting a long time. I mixed up the other colors, so let's put these on. That one is set good enough to wait for this one to join it inside the light. So this one, I'm going to do the purple on the bottom and the turquoise on the top. And then we'll get both stickers on, and these two will be quick done. Get it all out of there. Whoops. And I forgot the tape again. I'm in such a hurry. I'm so excited. I love doing these that I just forgot the tape again. All right, I'm just going to move it over. Now, I did remember reading a comment that you're supposed to take the film off. There's no film on these ones that I purchased. I've checked and double checked and triple checked to make sure I was correct. I'm like, did I miss that? No. There's no film on these, and I did check the other ones from Temu, and there is no film on those to be taking off, so you're good to go right out of the package if you buy them from the link that I'm providing. Now, if you get them somewhere else, I don't know. Tons of you said the Dollar Tree had them. I ran around to so many Dollar Trees, none of them here in Southwest Florida had them. So I'm not sure why. There was a whole section of night lights and they all already had characters on them. They were round and they had like a bunch of Disney characters on them, and I'm like, that's not what I'm looking for. None of them were anywhere near similar to these kinds, so that kind of stunk. But I did hear that those did not have this sensor here on them, which I really do like, so it's not just burning all the time and I don't have to go and worry about turning it off all the time because I'm not going to remember to do that anyway. So I'm just going to continue ordering them from Amazon. But I hear so many people sell these at their craft fairs or wherever they're selling. It's a big hit, I guess, and I can see why, because they are so cute and so easy to like personalize the way you want them personalized. How does that look? Let me grab my lighter. I'm just gonna move this a little bit. I've got to go get the tape. I'm gonna keep forgetting the tape. Maybe I'll just go tape them all so I don't have to worry about it when I stick this in the light. Okay, I'm gonna go tape a few things and be back for the top coat. That's better. So they're taped up and protected, so we can continue on without worrying about it. So I cut out the little peacocks and I've got this one separated. Let me move this out of the way. I'm just gonna put this as centered as I possibly can. And then the same on the other. If you can't get it off, you put a piece of tape on each side and that'll help you get it off. Hopefully I don't need to do that. But if I do, that means somebody out there needs to know the trick. Otherwise, these are so hard to get off. Okay, somebody out there needs to know the trick. So you grab a piece of painter's tape and cut it in half. They are kind of a pain. So you put one side on one side, the other side on the other side. And sometimes it takes a couple tries, but it will pull the backing of your tape. There it goes. See, the back will come off. And this doesn't stick very good. So you're good to go. This one, let's see. Right there. Rub out any bubbles that you might see. I don't see any more. Let me rub these flowers out. And those peacock feathers have a few bubbles behind. Just use your fingernail and rub those bubbles out before you top coat, or it's too late. That looks good. Now I'm just going to top coat with some, oops, is that too high? No. Some high viscosity UV resin to cover the whole thing. Now don't cure these too close to the light. This is a big surface of UV resin to be coating or to be curing at once. So try to get it low in the light at first, and then you can raise it as it's curing. Let me just do the center here before I take it to the edges. And take it down here, and other than the rhinestones, which I'll do at the end of the video, these will be done and ready and waiting for the finishing touches. Now, the more coats of UV resin you put on these, you're going to get a rounded edge. And that happened to me on the last video. I had to do an extra coat, which meant it was going to drip off. And I was using my normal hard type one, so it was dripping on one of them. So if you use the high viscosity and you only need the 2 coats, you should be good to go, unless you're putting too much resin on. Then you might end up dripping over. So I could already feel that rounded edge, and it's dripping on this side right here. I need to get that up. I don't want it dripping over the edges when it's under the light. If at all possible, we don't want to save anything today. But I do want it to the edge. As perfect as possible, especially when it's an order. You want everything to be as good as you possibly can get it. I do need a little bit more. 1 squirt in this corner. And I will just do the other one off camera, because again, this will be a long video without doing this every single time. Just go over it and make sure everything's covered before you cure it. Like there is a little low spot, and you could definitely tell, and it'll be too late. If you cure it, you would have to go over the whole thing in order to not see that spot being fixed. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, I'm just gonna cure both of them, and then we'll move on to the second one, third one, I guess. For the next one, I pulled out these UV DTF stickers. I had 4 of these left, which were all a little bit different. But I thought this would be cute for like a kitchen night light. So in the middle of the night, well, you might get hungry if you do this, but I'm doing it anyway. So I was thinking of the background on that one, and I pulled out my rainbow shimmer. And this has all the colors of the rainbow in here. I'm not sure. I kind of wanted it the white. And I usually have good luck curing my UV resin through glitter. Where's my little stick? Here it is. I moved my light out of here so I can keep working while the others are curing. So that, yeah, that's about what I'm looking for. I wanted more of a white, but I wanted glitter in the background. And that's pretty much what I'm going to get. I hope I have enough in here to do this whole thing. So while I'm doing these, I'm curing the others for like 5 minutes. So that way they're completely and utterly done. No questions asked. And I'm curing them from both sides. So what I did is I put it on that little mold inside the light until it was like cured enough, 30 seconds, cured enough to move it, and then took it off so it can cure from both sides and not just the top. Since this is see-through, I'm going to take advantage of that light and do both sides at the same time. Oh, this is perfect. This is almost like the whipped cream portion of those cakes. And that's what I was wanting. I don't know if any of these will be available, you guys. I almost want to put them in all my rooms. So I don't keep very many items at all that I make. I literally have made thousands of projects. And I think I have 10 maybe. And 7 of them are probably the little characters by my desk. So yeah, I don't keep that much. But these, I might have to keep this one and the Yorkie one. But I'm pretty sure, oh gosh, you know what? I didn't. Now I don't know how much glitter to put in. I need the same amount of glitter in each one. That's what happens when you don't mix them together enough at the same time. I hope it's okay. We're gonna try. Then I'll really be keeping it. So this one might end up in my kitchen as a little nightlight. Not that we go in there at night and need a nightlight, because me and my son are up very, very late every single day. But it's gonna be cute. Oh, you know what? I can't. I just realized when we redid our kitchen, we raised up all of the plugs up underneath the cabinet. So they're on the backsplash, you didn't see any plugs. So I can't do that. You won't even see it. So yeah, there goes that idea for my kitchen. So this might be going in someone else's kitchen. Let me see how that looks. Yeah, see, I got a different color. I need to mix these together on top of here, unfortunately, to try to get it a little bit more cohesive. That was not a good mistake. Let's see how that looks. Looks better. Oh. Let me lighter it again. Just picking it up so I could see what it, yeah, that's much better. Okay. That should look pretty good. All right, this one's turn to go into the light. For the last one in this type of style, I have my Maria's Mix glitter out. And this one goes with the little Yorkie that I chose. So I'm just gonna, this one's not that big of a deal because it will match no matter what. Oh, and I put so much glitter in here, I'm gonna have to, let me get my clear hard type out. Get that a little bit watered down so I can spread it. Watered down, is that the right? I guess resined down. You know what I'm talking about. I hope this one cures okay. It should. Like I said, I've never had an issue with glitters before. There we go. How's that look? I think it'll be good as long as it cures through. Let's see what happens. This one's ready for its sticker, and the UV DTFs have a back coat and a top coat that need to come off. And these are permanent, like non-scratchable, like dishwasher safe type things. So we really honestly don't even need to go over it. But because I like to overdo everything, I'm gonna go over it. So you push it on really well, and then you take that top sticker off. Just make sure your sticker's on really good. It's kind of like transferring a vinyl from your Cricut. Just already done for you. There you go. Easy enough. And that looks pretty good. I'll probably go around this one with some kind of a something. And I'm just going to top coat this in high speed. And then we'll do the little Yorkie one. The Yorkie one came on this sheet, and I got 2 sheets, all different Yorkies, and this one, well, this one really looks like Peanut when he was a puppy, but I like this one because of the flowers. So the same thing with this, just pull off the backing and then pull off the top. And then I will top coat this one, and then we're gonna get the Temu ones out. I don't know how many I'm going to do, but we'll do a couple, at least a couple. I'm not going to do all 8. We'll be here forever. Oh, make sure it's pressed on really good, or it's going to come back off with your top piece like that flower did. And again, I will top coat, cure, and maybe we'll finish these 4 off before I continue the other ones. We'll get some rhinestones around the edge. So yeah, let's do it that way. The first set is finally done. So here's the first one. Let me put white behind it so you can see the color. So I picked like peacock colors, rhinestones for this one. I think it's really pretty. I hope she likes it. And then I picked purple diamond dots for this one. There's like an iridescence to both of them. And then for the strawberry shortcake, I just put rhinestones everywhere. I don't know, it was like missing something, so I just put like sprinkles. Yeah, there's sprinkles all over that one. And then for peanuts, I put my favorite opal ones all around that one. What do you think? 4 successes. I didn't have any like dire emergencies to take care of today, thank God. All right, let me grab the other ones and we'll get started on a couple of those. How about a steampunk one, you guys? These are much smaller. I'll show you the difference. So here's this next to it. So they are much smaller. So we have a smaller surface to work with. And I grabbed all my little gears. I took some of this copper color non-sync glitter. This comes in like a package of 6 or 8. I think 6. And this is one of them. So I put it in the UV resin. Now I'm using the clear hard type on this one. I don't know. I'm gonna try it. Oh, maybe I put too much glitter in there. I think I'm just gonna put I'm gonna try to hold it. I don't think that's level. I'm gonna try to put the gears in on the wet UV resin and then cure it. I hope it works. I'm not sure, but you know I gotta put a little bit of sparkle, even though it's gears. I just don't know if this resin's going to drip down behind that surface or not. Let me grab, what am I gonna do? I think I'm just gonna start laying them down and overlapping them somehow, some way. I don't know. I've never done a steampunk one before. Let's do, and then we'll go over it with a clear coat when we're done. I just hope it cures because I don't have that second, the bottom. Look, I can put it right over it now. I guess I didn't need that much UV resin. It's already covering all these gears, so that's okay. You can even put them on the sides. This one has side lights as well. So if you wanted to match the sides, maybe I will. I'm not sure yet. Let me see how this one comes out first. And you can always do all the sides too, although it'll take longer. But who cares? Doesn't matter. Probably put a little too much glitter in, but it's too late to turn back now. I'm just gonna add a couple more gears. Let me see. Put one over here. That one's already resin together from something else. Here we go. I'm pretty sure the light will still shine through it. What else do we have? Let's try this one. What do I have? Small. Let me do one more over there. Okay, I'm going to cure it and see where we stand, see how this works. It worked pretty good. I tried to put gears on the side, but they're too small, but I might just match it with the glitter since I've already started that. But before that, I'm just going to top coat it with nothing in there but the resin. Get it nice and shiny. And this is the clear hard type. It doesn't really need to be the super thick one. Ah! No, don't go down in there. Well, there's my oops for the day. This one is much harder because it's not centered. So I need to clean that off before I cure it. Otherwise, I probably just cured that button open or closed or whatever it is. That's the brightness button, so you can change how bright or dull it is. So I need a paper towel. Gotta wipe that off. So this is a sliding button here for how bright or how dull you want it when it is shining. And I think this has a dusk to dark as well, because when I plugged it in to make sure it was going to work, I had to put my hand over the bottom of it for it to turn on. So I think this little sensor here is the dusk to dark. So let me just fix this little corner here. It needs a little bit more. And then I will cure this. And I will do the, ooh, a rhinestone. Get out of there. I will cure this. I'll do the sides with glitter, and then we'll move to the next one. I finished the top, and then I went on the sides, and there's 3 sides. So I put the glitter down and then a top coat of clear, just so it gets shiny. What do you think? Kind of cool for the little boys or the guys? Not really little boys, but steampunk people. Even the ladies who like steampunk, not too bad. You can buy these, I think, in white too. So instead of the black, you can get the white background. You don't have to get the black. For this one, I pulled out the non-sink silver, and I pulled out some abalone shell. What do you think that'll look like? I think it'll be really pretty. So hopefully I can get the abalone shell on before that might sink down. I mean, I might have to do the sides again. I really don't want to use all the shell on the sides of a light, but I could do, I guess, the glitter to match it. I don't know. I'm going to take it one step at a time and try to get the abalone on, cured, and then top coated with clear like I did the other one. I need some tweezers here. I'm just gonna randomly place it like I would if I'm doing jewelry, except this is just gonna take quite a lot more than a pendant. I'm just gonna put them together like a puzzle. I really don't want them to be covered yet because I don't want the glitter on top of my, I didn't think about that. I don't want the glitter on top of my shell. So let's try to get them to float. These really, really look nice under resin. I mean, they look nice now, but when they're shiny, really shiny, especially like this one here with all the different lines on it, looks really pretty. Don't want that. Don't want that. Just try to put the prettiest side up when you're placing them, because both sides aren't always that nice. Do we have any little ones in here? It's so hard to grab them. I wonder if my wax pencil will grab them. I just want these little ones. Ah, it did. Look at that. All right, I'm gonna get that cured real quick. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? All those colors under there. I did not do the sides on this one. I just left them normal. I don't think I'm gonna do the sides. I think I'm gonna just leave it like that. But look at the shell under that. Resin is so pretty. Okay, now I'll set that aside for now. I pulled out, and I don't know if it's gonna work, Little Windows sent me these Dichroish Films Jumbo Pack, and there are a ton. There's a ton in here. I pulled out this one. It's got like a texture to it. And I cut it to fit the top of this. I'm just wondering, I might need to trim it again. I've been struggling to cut this by eye because I didn't like have anything to trace it with or anything. I think I need to just trim this little spot right here and stick that in the resin. What do you think? And then put something on top of it. I gotta figure out what to put on top of it. I found something. What about this brooch? Actually, it wasn't a brooch. It was a pendant. I cut the top off and it fits beautifully in there. We're gonna try it. I'm gonna resin this down. Maybe I'll just resin right over it. Maybe I could do this in just 2 steps. I'm not sure. That's gonna be sticking out, so I might glue this down. I'm gonna put this on like this. I don't know if it's going to go through this film. Gosh, I hope so, now that I just did that. If not, it'll probably hold it down from the edges because it's definitely not cut perfectly. And then get this cured really pretty and perfectly, and then glue the cross on. Let me get this cured. While I got that one curing over there, I went and grabbed my Firefly. I have a plan for this one. I don't know how many I'm going to do, you guys. I hope you're not getting bored. You could fast forward. I don't mind. I'm going to put this, oh, and I've always put too much glitter for the amount of resin. So I'm going to put this on. I hope this one cures through because it's black underneath. I hope it works. We're going to find out. And then I'll put the tops of both of these on at the same time. I'm not sure this is going to cure through because of all the glitter I just added in there, and it can't get it from the bottom. So this one I might have to chuck. I hope not. Okay, let's try that. Now the red one's curing, and I'm going to finish this one. Oh, not UV resin, E6000. I'm going to use E6000. And I'm going to just glue this on. Now these lights are LED. They don't get hot, so you don't have to worry about your resin heating up and coming loose. Let me get that string off. We're just going to place this on here and let it dry. Oh, is that pretty? What do you think? That film is different colors depending on which way you turn it. And I didn't want to cover up all those rhinestones on here, so we're just going to let that one dry. And as soon as the red one's ready, I'll show you what we're going to put on it. The red one cured. It looks beautiful. I top coated it with clear. And I have this brooch. I'm going to just glue it right on there. I don't know if this is going to light up, so I'm not going to do the sides. I hope it lights up. It might not light up, so it might just look pretty. I have no idea. I'm going to get you pictures of all that. I need to trim that. Hang on. I'll get you pictures of them all lit up at the end. Let me just cut a little bit more off where that... This was a brooch. I just cut the pin off. It's just sitting a little bit too high. Okay. So I guess I'll put the glue on the highest points. And hope it touches. So I'll just set this aside for a while. Make sure it adheres. And I only have 2 of these left, so I'm just gonna do them with you. So I hope you don't mind, because I just thought of one more idea. I'm gonna use the rest of these dark glitter that I have mixed up, and I think I'm gonna add some more glitter. And that's gonna be the bottom. And then I pulled out colored UV resin by Lightwish. Where's my stirring stick? I have stuff everywhere when I do UV. It's such a cleanup process. Okay, so I'm gonna put this down here. You'll see what I'm doing in a minute. Not a whole lot, a little bit. Right, like that. Can be like wavy if you want it to be. And then I'm going to take my Aqua Blue by Lightwish. Can you tell what I'm doing yet? I'm going to fill all this in. Pop some bubbles without melting plastic. Where's my scribe? Oh my gosh, it's right in front of me. Okay, it went to the edge. Oops, that little rhinestone just is dying to get into a piece. It just keeps following me. Okay, what I'm gonna do is plant a plant in that dirt. Here's a greenery. Oops, no. Well, I guess that side's going down now. I'm gonna plant that right there. And take a little flower. Put it right there. I'm gonna try to move that. I need a little bit just to go over as if it's planted in there. Okay, I'm gonna cure this real quick. Now I've mixed up some crushed crystal in some clear resin. I'm just gonna go over the whole thing and sparkle it up and cure this one. Then we've only got one left to do. I've been using my clear hard type and not the high viscosity, but I really think the high viscosity would be better in these ones. It's just easier to control. I am going a little bit over the edge, especially since I'm moving them. Every time you move them, it's not going to be level. Oops, you got to cover everything. Isn't that cute? Let me get this one cured. While that one's curing, we're going to do this very last one. I can't believe I did all these. Oh my gosh, this video must be so long. I'm not going to worry about that anymore. I promise I'm not going to worry about that anymore. I'm going to try not to worry about that anymore. Anyway, I guess y'all can just fast forward yourselves if it's too long. All right. You know I can't go a day without doing a beach. So crushed crystal, alcohol ink. And yeah, this is, again, the resin I did not want to use because it's so loose and these are not level. I'm going to just get this cured. Yeah, I got to get it cured. And then how am I going to do what I want to do? I'll have to think about that for a moment. Again, I have to get up on this lip because I got some on there and I can't clean it off, so I'm just going to make it uniform all the way around. That is so pretty. So between the UV resin and E6000, I'm going to put some shells along the whole bottom and some, what do you call these? I don't remember. But whatever these are, I'm going to glue this one because it can be. Because you can't cure UV resin from underneath when there's no light source. So I'm going to glue a lot of this on, and then I think I'll just tack it in. I've already top coated that. Then I'll just tack it in somehow. I don't know. I don't really have a plan. I'm just winging it here. I'm gonna hope these stay in place while they dry. I just want to do this bottom edge. I don't want to do anything higher than that. What can I do here? I don't want like glue on everything. I just pulled out a little bit of everything. Some pearls, some little shells. Sand dollar, that's the word, sand dollar. And I'm just gonna kind of stack it all. Oops. I want a pearl like in that hole. Since there's a hole in my shell there, I want to cover it. Hopefully the glue will cover that. Whoops, I gotta clean that off. This is much easier to clean off than UV resin is. It just takes longer to cure, that's all. Okay, well, maybe I'll just keep stacking it with the glue. I'm not crazy about it, but I know it'll hold. I just wish I had a plan for stuff. I'm just kind of, like I said, I'm just winging it here. Let's put some, I'm trying to keep these arms of the starfish down because when it gets mailed to whomever, I don't want it to break, but I also want it to be there. It's so cute! Oh my gosh, I love it. We're gonna just put some right along here. It only takes like, I don't know, 20 minutes to dry maybe? Let's put a little bit more. This stuff dries so strong, so I don't think we're gonna have a problem. Like that. Do I need anything else? Should I put a shell on there? No. I think that's it. I don't know. What do you think? Oh, my little pearl fell off. Maybe I will resin that on. I'll take a little bit. Where's my high viscosity? Hang on. I'm just gonna put a little bit of resin there to hold that in place while the glue dries. Right like that. You're not going anywhere, buddy. I think that's cute. What do you guys think? Okay, should we recap what we did, or do you just want to wait for the pictures? Let me know. Not that I can hear you, but I'm just gonna guess. I'm gonna say, let's show you really quickly what we did while that's drying. Okay. The two peacocks, don't forget, these are for Tony Lee. These are for Tony Lee. This one is for Mrs. Glitter. This one will be on eBay. Aren't they adorbs? Then we've got Steampunk going on eBay. I will not be able to link all these individually. They do not give me that many characters, and eBay, for some reason, does not give small links. They have to give these massive links that takes up so many characters in my description box. So just go on eBay and search Nightlight, and you'll get whatever is left. It will be on there. So these two will be on there, and I will show you them lit up in the final pictures. Remember this gorgeous beauty with the abalone shell. And then we've got our flower that's been planted in the garden. Gorgeous. And then we've got this beautiful brooch. I don't know how this one's going to light up, so you'll have to wait and see in the pictures. And then we've got our beach scene. Isn't it pretty? So we did 2, 4, 6, 8. We did 10 of these today. Oh my gosh, you guys. All right, well, who's ever left with me? I'm sure there's like 1 or 2 of you by the end. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for sticking around till the end. I hope you like them. And I will come up with something really cool tomorrow. I hope you come back then. I will see you later. You guys have a blessed day. Bye, everyone.